That's a IR, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, here, if that's the case, and fire it off. Let's, come on. Gotta do this officially.
After your sports weekend happens. So it's time to get the FSR IR report.
How did my goddamn foot hurt?
How did it come back? What happened?
That thing was throbbing by the time I got on the plane to go to state college.
I thought you were taking medicine.
I do. And it probably, the thing about it is I probably wouldn't been able to walk at all. But the fact I was able to walk, it was sore as hell by the time I got to my gate and on my plane. That's
looking for a great real estate agent, someone who can help you sell your home fast and for top dollar? Go to ready.com, REDY.com. Because on Ready, agents will pay you just for the opportunity to sell your home. Yeah, on Ready, agents will pay you for your listing. Thousands of dollars up front just for a chance to sell your home. And it's easy. Just go to ready.com, enter your address, and when you want to sell. In just 48 hours, the best local agents are competing on Ready to be your agent with cash offers up front just to win your business. Hey, your listing is valuable. Don't give it away. Make those agents earn it. Get paid to pick your real estate agent. Go to ready.com or call 888-525-REDY. 888-525-READY.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
Delays on I-35 northbound this morning are caused by a crash that blocks off the right lane at Slaughter. It's causing a 7 to 8 minute backup, and delays start from Highway 45. You're also a little stop and go on the westbound side of Highway 71 from Wolf to 130, but on 130 southbound, traffic free from Highway 45 to Highway 290. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
The college basketball championships is set, and now you can trade on it in all 50 states on Kalshi. Think you know who's going to be cutting down the nets on Monday? Trade game outcomes, spreads, props, and more. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the odds move, you can buy in and out of your position all game long. And for a limited time, download the Kalshi app, use code IHEART to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Conditions in the Northeast are improving after the weekend storm system with lingering clouds and some scattered showers. Much quieter weather is returning to the Midwest, where you can expect partly sunny skies with mild temperatures, with a few spotty showers possible around the Great Lakes. The Southeast stays warm and humid with highs in the 70s and 80s. Scattered thunderstorms are possible from Florida through the Carolinas. Across the plains, conditions are dry and mild with sunshine and temperatures in the 70s to the low 80s, dominating from Texas to the Dakotas. There's plenty of sunshine in the desert Southwest as temperatures climb into the 80s and the low 90s. There's sunshine in Southern California as highs make it into the low 70s. Northern California will see a mix of sun and clouds and highs in the low 60s. And clouds are increasing in the Pacific Northwest, bringing a chance of light rain, especially in western Washington and Oregon. That's your national forecast. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the Morning Kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
A highly motivated and driven South Carolina team. That'll do it. Inbounded, and the season ends in heartbreak. Another magnificent 35-4 campaign for Texas, but it does end in disappointment tonight as the Longhorns fall. The final score is 51-44. UCLA with the victory.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Most El Paso, San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas, or wherever you may be listening. This is a Longhorns Monday edition of Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone. Texas women's basketball season comes to an unfortunate end, but we have a lot to be thankful for with this basketball team. Zach Sipp of OrangeBlood.com joins us at 7:34 to talk about the Longhorns series in South Carolina. Melissa Fleming of Golf for the Cure will be joining us at 8 o'clock to talk about Team Rock and how we can help. Women's National Championship goes to UCLA with a dominant performance as they beat South Carolina. And if you win 2 games against 2 of the best teams in the country by beating Texas and, of course, beating South Carolina, well, you got to tip your cap. The men's basketball championship will be crowned tonight, and there cannot be something without controversy. I'm your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we got Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion, you can use the talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. Just tap that microphone and leave the message. If it's good enough, you might hear it on air. But today, we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets. That's right. Carlos Santana and the Doobie Brothers will be at the Moody Center. You heard it correctly. Make sure you lock in because we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets all week long. Let's get into it. Texas women fall short. Unbelievable season, but you got to look at it for what it was, and it was an unbelievable year. As you heard, Craig Way said 35-4. What a great season. We got to see a bunch of records fall, but the truth of the matter is Texas came up short in a big way against the national champion UCLA Bruins. They lost the game 51-44, and it was back and forth the entire time. But the story of the game just happened to be that Madison Booker did not shoot the ball well in that game. You look at what Texas did in the first quarter, which was very, very rare. They lost the first quarter 14-6. Not a good look for this Texas women's basketball team. But the thing about it was they were right there. There was a run. Every time you thought it, you're like, man, they got a chance to win it. I mean, as ugly as it is right now, they're still in the ball game.
Here they come.
They got a chance. They got a chance.
They made runs.
Yep.
And it's horrible that Madison had the day that she had, but there's a reason she had the day that she had. They did a good job of scouting to come around and challenges her with the bigs, which they didn't do last time. Last time they allowed the guards to defend whenever Madison would curl around a screen. This time Betts was challenging the other forward, forget her name, would challenge her shot, and they made it harder on her. And that is good coaching. It's good defense. And when you're 6'7" and you're doing a closeout, it's different than having a 5'10", 6'1" guard or small forward coming at you.
Well, the last time they played, they only used 6 players. This time they got a chance to play with a lot more depth when you looked at them. They played their season with 7 players in this matchup. Some people got in the game at the end of the game, so that didn't really matter. But the thing about it was that team was long. And when you saw what affected not only Texas, but you saw what affected South Carolina. And South Carolina is a long basketball team. And it just things didn't go the right way for the University of Texas. Lauren Betts was 7 of 10 in that game. She had 16 and 11, a double-double. Actually, they have 4 players in double digits. Texas only had 1, and it was Kyla Oldacre for her in her final game. But after the game, obviously, hearts were broken. And it's kind of one of those situations to where Vic Schaefer in the locker room spoke about his team and what that means.
You've all been so valuable to us, you seniors. And you've meant a great deal to our program, to our university, to our fans, and to me personally. I want to thank you for that. We had some kids play really hard today. But we never gave up for them. Got it down to 3. We had them right where we wanted them. Just couldn't get that one last stop. And again, it's that deal where it's only one possession, y'all. You got to learn from it. I'm awfully proud.
He's awfully proud. Should be.
He should be.
I mean, it's we got a chance to witness some greatness. Speaking of Madison Booker, she was named the Cheryl Miller Small Forward of the Year once again, continuing her legacy here. Her legacy here at the University of Texas. But obviously people were talking about Madison, asking her questions, and Rory, being the leader that she is, was like, hold up, there's a little bit more to this story.
Yeah, no matter what, I'm always going to check on my teammates and my sisters. Those are my friends and, like, my sisters for life. So basketball is basketball. Nobody died. There's no funeral. So it is just a basketball game, but mental health is a really big deal. And I understand Maddie didn't play her best game, and she really talked to her, and she really thinks it's her fault. And when someone feels that way, you console them. That's your teammate. You don't let them ever feel that way. You never make them feel that they're alone. Maddie's like my duo, so if she's down, I'm going to be the first one to be there. I don't care what I'm doing. I'll make sure to be there for her. She's going to be the best basketball player. Like, to me, she's the best basketball player right now. I don't care about what anybody else is saying. Madison Booker is the one, and she's only a junior. Like, just imagine what she has in store for her senior year. So that was the first message when we were talking to each other.
Leadership, man.
Golly, boy.
Leadership. And
can we make another? Can we clone her?
No,
it's against the rules.
Well, it's kind of what our guy Vic Schaefer was kind of talking about when it came to Rory, what she means to this program, but more importantly, what these folks that give out awards have been missing the entire time.
And I couldn't be more proud of my kids. I mean, I want you guys to understand something. I want everybody in the room to write this down. And this is a crying shame. So you hear me good. Rory Harmon has scored 1,616 points, 977 assists, 659 rebounds, and 388 steals. And not one agency has ever voted her All-American. There's not another player in the history of our game. You hear me? Not another player in the history of our game that has had those stats. Those 4 statistics. Not one. 137 games. Get rid of whatever awards you got if she ain't good enough to get one of them. That's a shame. That is a crying shame to have our sport not recognize someone as good as she is, that plays as hard as she plays and plays the right way. Will guard your ass at the city limit and show you the door when she's done with you. You want to talk about somebody that's hard to replace? We may never replace her. The impact she has on our team, but shame on you. Shame on the people, because there's not another player in the history of our game. Not one. And we've had some pretty good players. Everybody in this room seen them play in this venue, in the Final Four. They've never done what Rory Harmon did. Never. And you know what? I'm going to bet there might not ever happen again. I feel better.
You talking about getting chastised?
Yeah.
Hey, how many, a lot of those guys in there, in that room, they wrote that down. He said, look, I want you to write this down.
Yeah.
And sometimes writing it down makes it more real to you. Our kids today, they're on the phones. It's not the same. You're on the computer, it's not the same. The messaging to write it down, to make that really concrete. And that's how Coach Vic felt, and everybody got to hear it.
Yeah, great stuff by Coach Vic. What a great season for the University of Texas. Didn't get to where they wanted to, but got to be proud of who this team is and what they were able to accomplish. But it wasn't always roses. That's right, folks. We got some controversy and so much more to talk about right here at the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football.
Touchdown! Texas wins!
We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football
on 1300 The Zone.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Delays are starting to grow this morning due to a wreck that has the right lane blocked off on I-35 northbound at Slaughter, now causing a 10-minute backup, and delays start from Highway 45. Looking onto Highway 71 eastbound this morning, you're traffic free from I-35 to 130, where it's a 10-minute drive, and no delays on Mopac southbound from 45 to Parmer. I'm Jason Fosseg with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal that actually feels like a win. With Straight Talk Wireless, you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises, all on Verizon's 5G network. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell consult. The Cordell consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The Instant Oatmeal ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings, like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your 6th graders soccer team. Go girls! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker, bring out the good.
Voters are listening to the radio, tons of them. If you're running for office, radio is where people are actually tuned in, not swiping past ads. Connect with communities everywhere and get on the air in just 48 hours. Visit winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
Over 250 years ago, America didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the tea. That same unstoppable spirit drives Ram trucks. Now, with the Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people with great deals on the Ram 1500, welcoming back the legendary Hemi V8, the most luxurious, technologically advanced, and strongest Ram 1500 ever. Or get a great deal on the most advanced Ram heavy-duty pickup ever with the available Cummins Turbo Diesel, delivering 1,075 pound-feet of torque, built to tow, haul, and dominate any challenge. All backed by a 10-year or 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Because nothing stops Ram. Hurry into your Ram dealer for the Declaration of Deals. Based on standard and available features offered, excludes BEVs, apply to 2026 model year vehicles, not transferable. Visit Mopar.com for complete details and a copy of the powertrain limited warranty. Cummins is a registered trademark of Cummins Inc. Ram and Hemi are registered trademarks of FCA US LLC.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the OSAA, are the 99,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Oregon. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. And adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Coming up next, we have our guy Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com. Talks about the series the Longhorns went to South Carolina and beat the Gamecocks 2-1, but now they get ready for a big week. Tuesday they will take on Incarnate Word. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's the battle with the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies. That's right, big time stuff ready for this weekend.
Well, you put big drama in your voice when you said that.
It is. First time Coach Schlossnagle will be back at Texas A&M since he left to come to the University of Texas. So not sure how all that's going to go, but a lot of people are looking forward to it. Somebody that wasn't looking forward to it was Gino Auriemma. After the game, Don Staley and Gino Auriemma had some words. Well, Gino was the one with some words. he got his feelings hurt after or before the game because supposedly you're supposed to shake hands before the game at midcourt. They announce the coaches. Everybody goes and kumbaya. But they had already shaken hands. They had already gone through. Don Staley shook everybody's hand down the line, dapped everybody up. But Gino, I guess, was in his feelings about how that went down. And here's Don Staley and Gino Ariema having words.
Here, the officials will hold the players now. Dawn and Gino getting into it a little bit on the sideline as Gino has to be held back. And Dawn and Gino, that's part of what makes this rivalry such a compelling one. As they exchange words at center court.
Dawn was not happy. Let's just say
No.
Yeah.
No, she's already hyper aggressive. You know, she don't need more. You don't have to give her more ammunition. And the look on it is bad because they show video of her going and shaking hands with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to manufacture fake news, false, just a complete falsity because they're getting their rear ends kicked and then making excuses on top of it. How does that look to the young women
right
that are on your bench? You overly hyperly aggressive attack this woman. You lie and you try to deflect so the attention goes to you and not to the fact that y'all took a whooping.
Right.
So I think that the apology that he made, yesterday when the apology came out, I tweeted right behind it. I said, this is unacceptable. This is not an apology to Don Staley. This is an apology to the fact that I made a mistake. It's like getting caught.
It's not to me, it wasn't. The problem was, and you're spot on, for those that don't know, Gino Ariema, after the game, they had words, said that she was basically said she was unprofessional, not in so many words. But the problem is he was vocal about everything. He was very vocal about it. And this apology came out as a written statement. And that's the problem that I have. You were mad enough to be able to talk about certain
verbalize
things.
it, yeah.
I need you to be able to verbalize this apology and put more credence to it than just a statement that probably your university wrote for you because you still
Didn't do
chapped. You're still chapped. So here's Gino talking about the relationship or lack thereof when it comes to Don Staley.
No, not really. We don't have a lot in common. I mean, Dawn was my assistant on the Olympic team, and we've been coaching against each other for a long, long time. And I have a tremendous amount of respect for what she's done at South Carolina. And, I remember when she got there, the program had basically fallen off the map. So for her to take her program and take it to where it is right now, I have a tremendous amount of respect for that.
Well, some of the ladies were not happy about it, and they let Gino know about right after the game.
What we saw, he talked about the truth. The truth is that what he did was extremely problematic, in my opinion. And it was a buildup of things being problematic, starting with Sarah Strong. He called out the fact that Sarah Strong's jersey was torn, but she was actually doing it self-inflicted. She was the one who tore it. And then I've never seen a circumstance in the middle of a quarter where you call out an opposing coach and just say that you're frustrated and sort of looking that way, leering over there. That to me was another problem. But last but not least, catching Dawn at the end of the game off off guard and confronting her with the handshake. Like all of this because she didn't shake your hand. Time and time again, we see Dawn Staley rise to the occasion, take the high road. And I do know he mentioned this double standard in some of his comments. The double standard is if Dawn acted that way, it would probably be a completely different conversation. And so to me, it was really difficult because in this moment where you had a team, I mean, this game was blood, sweat, and tears. People were fighting. Mind you, if you watch the first 10 minutes of the game, UConn was the one applying the pressure. UConn was the one that was physical. South Carolina were the ones that were on their heels. The reality is that unfortunately, this was not Gino's best moment. It was a moment that I never saw coming, but he should be, held. He's the one who has to be responsible for explaining his actions.
Yeah, SVP, I have a lot of thoughts on this, but the first thing that comes to my mind, and as I was re-listening to what Gino said, is how hypocritical it is. Like, he is so frustrated with Coach Staley for apparently breaking these protocols pregame, but he breaks protocols postgame. He doesn't shake the South Carolina players' hands. He doesn't shake her staff. He doesn't go through the line like everybody does after any game. You go through the line and you say good game. South Carolina played so well. They deserved him going through that line, Gino Auriemma, and telling them that they did a good job.
Word. And they spoke on it, and that's how it should be. Coming up next, we got our guy Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com talking about Texas baseball as they win another series. And, of course, we got to preview what's next for the Longhorns right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
All lanes are back open after a crash cleared on I-35 northbound at Slaughter Lane. You're still backed up, though, about a 10-minute slowdown and some stop-and-go speeds from Highway 45. There's also a wreck that blocks off the right shoulder on the service road of 183 eastbound at Cameron Road, but the good news here is that the main lanes of 183 aren't seeing any slowdowns. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
How was your break? It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code FUTURE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUTURE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's FUTURE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
The Spurs face the Sixers tonight at the Frostbank Center in the Women's NCAA Championship. UCLA crushed South Carolina 79-51 for their first national title. Men's title game tonight between Michigan and UConn. The A's hit a walk-off 3-run homer in the 10th, beat the Astros 12-10 to take the series in Sacramento. Astros fall to 6-4 on the season. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com. Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
I'm Daniel Alarcon. I'm John Green, co-host of the podcast The Away End with my old friend Daniel.
I remember the first time I took my oldest son to an actual live soccer game. And when you step out through the concourse and you can see the field, he did like that, like a sharp intake of breath. And he said, "This is so unusual for my eyes."
Oh, I love that. Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer is the most important. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Away End with Daniel Alarcon and John Green, and listen now.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers, but you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org/OH. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Coach Sark here. 1300 The Zone is your flagship home for the Texas Longhorns.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Sam Cozart strikes out the side of the ninth, and the Longhorns win the game, and they win the series.
Texas baseball continues to find ways to get it done. Another person that finds ways to get it done is our guy, Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com. You can follow him at Zach at the Dish. Zach, Texas goes to South Carolina, comes up short in the first game. Ruger Riojas, probably his worst outing of the season. Didn't have his best stuff. I thought there was probably a way that he might have been tipping pitches at one point because of the reactions and the way that they were taking those swings. But Texas with Luke Harrison on Friday, and of course Dylan Volantis and the bullpen handling their business. What was your thoughts on the Friday game, but importantly Texas winning another series as they get ready to head to Texas A&M for the biggest series for a lot of people?
Yeah, no, I thought once again Luke Harrison just did an incredible job. He came out and gave them another quality start. He carried that no-hitter all the way into the sixth inning or fifth inning. I can't remember which one, but just it always feels like every single time that Texas needs a big moment or a big outing, it's Luke Harrison that's stepping up. Again, props to him and his ability to just go out there and compete. Obviously, he's a veteran guy. He doesn't have the plus stuff that everyone looks at, but I mean, he's still running his fastball up to 94, and he switches his speeds a lot, and he keeps batters off balance. And again, props to the bullpen. A couple weeks ago, everyone was talking about, hey, where's this bullpen go? What do they do? And they absolutely delivered this weekend on a Friday, Saturday.
Zach, Hardge mentioned it that the Longhorns will be going to College Station. How do you see that faring with what Texas has and what they have at this current time? And how much disdain and hate and vile you think that Coach Schlossnagle is going to get?
Oh, it's going to be unreal, the amount of noise and energy in that stadium. And then, yeah, certainly, I almost feel bad for Slosh and the staff because, look, it happened a year and a half, 2 years ago now almost. somewhat move on, but that's not the way A&M lives. So yeah, it's going to be next level. I don't know if y'all remember when Coach Beard went back to Texas Tech, but I expect much worse than that, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me. Back to South Carolina and the fact that the bullpen, as you mentioned, have done a great job here lately. But more importantly, I talked to Sloss about this on Thursday, and he was talking about those freshmen. They continue to find a way to get it done. Brett Crossland, but Sam Cozart being able to close out those 2 games against South Carolina. You think that was a trial run to see if he's going to be able to do that on the back end moving forward?
Certainly so. I think probably last weekend was a little bit of a trial run just to see if he could go back-to-back days to set him up for this role now. They don't have Volantis back there. That was their blanket last year. And, crazy enough, this staff does such a good job of development and identifying talent, but now they have another freshman that can come in and provide that same kind of role that Volantis did last year. And in some ways, he could probably do a little bit different role and go deeper just because he's got the innings built up already as a starter on the midweeks. So yeah, no, special talent. He lives for that moment. I mean, you can tell his mentality is there. The other freshman I want to call out is on Thursday was Brody Walls. He went 3 innings and he did give up the 1 home run, but he really ate a lot of that game to protect the bullpen so they could use Crossland and LeFew and Cozart on Friday, Saturday.
I was going to ask you, who else did you look at as being a candidate for somebody in that bullpen or that could possibly be a starter to spell guys? And Brody was one of those players that I was thinking, like, is that the name that you would have pulled out if I would have asked that question?
The name I probably would have pulled out would have been Michael Winter. He's been out for a little bit just due to an illness, but I expect him back this week. But yeah, Brody Walls has certainly made some big strides just in terms of refining his command and how he operates. He's a guy that there is no fear within that kid. I mean, he goes out and he just competes. He's a heck of a competitor. And so really impressed what he's done recently as well.
Coach was talking about him and thinking that he was going to come. He's coming, right? And so now he's getting those opportunities and he's showing it. I'm glad to see a lot of these freshmen. We're talking to Zach Sim of orangebloods.com. You can follow him at Zach at the Dish on social media. Zach, I want to get into the offensive side of the ball because obviously Thursday night they struggled to pick up the lefty that was throwing, and he was having, that's probably his best start of his career was against the University of Texas. But then you get a chance to see Carson Tenney finally come to life. Ethan Mendoza starting to hit. Aiden Robbins continues to bang the baseball. But Anthony Peck Jr., man, I mean, this guy has stayed in on the lefties. He's battled everybody that's come up to the plate. He's had quality at-bats all season long, and I have not – he might have had some ups and downs early, but I haven't seen him have a bad at-bat here lately. He's been very, very impressive, and now he's hitting in the 4-hole.
Yeah, I mean, the opportunity is giving him a chance to move up in the lineup, so he's getting more at-bats during the game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. He went 8 for 11 this weekend. Yeah. And like you said, that even as a freshman, the thing that continues to get me and the thing that I continue to come away with is maturity. He puts together just extremely mature at bats. Yeah, he gets a bad swing off here and there when he gets fooled, but he doesn't let that one single swing affect his entire at bat appearance, right? And so that's big. I mean, just the mentality to say, okay, reset. I'm going to foul off a couple more, and then I'm going to draw a walk. I mean, the amount of walks he draws for a freshman is super impressive, and that means he sees the ball well and he understands the zone really well as well. Gosh.
Yeah.
So.
As well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick thought on Carson Tenney. I mean, he's hitting some laser beams here lately. Seems to be being a little bit more aggressive at the plate, something that I'm sure the coaches have been talking to him about because, yeah, he was one of those guys early in the season, which was walking a lot, but I don't think he came to the University of Texas to walk. And I know that they didn't bring him in to walk. So now he's been a little bit aggressive, and now his timing is starting to come back.
Yeah, I think Coach mentioned early on he's same thing. We didn't bring Carson Tenney in to draw walks. I mean, he's a power hitter. He's supposed to provide that pop in the lineup, and I think they wanted him to be more aggressive. And as you know, at the plate, sometimes you get aggressive and you start pressing a little bit or over swinging. And I know he's talked to Coach Tulo a lot, and they've made some tweaks to just how he's going about handling the breaking stuff away, because that's kind of been his bugaboo. And now he's hitting lasers, as you said. I mean, that one was, I think, a 16-degree launch angle and just a straight line drive to left field.
Thought that kid, I was like, he better get out of the way, trying to stand in front of that baseball, trying to get that. That was an absolute laser. I do want to ask you this because, you know, obviously we talked about Texas A&M, but I want to get back to Incarnate Word. You can't look past anybody. It's a Tuesday matchup. Yeah. Obviously, Texas has had its struggles on the midweek game. What is it about Incarnate Word that people need to know?
Yeah, I think it's a team that can hit. If you look at up and down their lineup, like that's a team that brings in guys that are used to putting the ball in play and making contact. I think, you know, they've had some issues trying to figure out their pitching rotation. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. And I expect it to be one of those typical bullpen games on a Tuesday night where you might see 10 different pitchers from them. And the thing that's interesting about that is Texas in the past has not always fared well when you see a new arm every inning, because you're not getting used to the rhythm. You're not getting used to the shape or the spin or the, you know, other various things you're looking for. And so for Texas, it's going to be go in and put just good at bats every single time, regardless of if it's a lefty or a righty or who else is going on.
Yeah, and the one thing too, you know, I always look at the roster, and they've got kids from Leander, they've got kids from Cedar Park, they got some kids from Round Rock. It's always a fun time because these schools and these kids get a chance to come back, and they want to make sure that they have a good showing in front of their family and friends. I'm going to let you go with this. Texas stays at number 2, I believe. They're going to stay at number 2, especially after winning these series. That's 3 series that Texas is now, or is it 4?
4.
4 series that Texas has come from behind and figured some things out. But this weekend is the biggest series of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be wild in College Station. I'll be there. And, I've been chatting with folks on the side, and there's a lot of excitement, but also anxiety of just, you know, what this is going to look like.
Well, for those kids like Aiden Robbins who, you know, come from Seton Hall that has no idea, Carson Tenney from Notre Dame has no idea what this rivalry is all about, and they're going to get their first dose of it, because the funny part is Aiden Robbins is definitely one of those guys that opposing fans, they're not going to like him, but he's going to eat it all up and have a great time with it all.
Yeah, I think this is a team that they're, from a mentality standpoint, they like the noise. And the funny part is the noise is not going to be directed at them, which I think is the tough part, right? But they like the noise. They like hearing the opposing team get rowdy. You know, you saw that down at Texas State. They fed off that energy.
Yeah.
And so they like being able to make teams not make noise. But it's going to be noisy no matter what this weekend, regardless of who's winning or not.
Make sure you stay locked in. He'll have you covered all week long. Zach at the Dish on social media, but all of his work is over at orangebloods.com. Zach, as always, thanks for taking the time, buddy.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
All right. When we come back, UCLA wins the national championship, but it's the message from their coach that gets everybody talking. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Texas softball is back. Catch the Longhorns as they defend their national championship.
Texas wins the national championship.
Listen to every big hit.
High and deep, a grand slam.
Every strikeout.
Swing and a miss.
All season long. Search Retro Austin on the iHeartRadio app.
Join iHeartRadio at ABC Kite Fest 2026, Saturday, April 11th at Silker Park. Bring the whole family out from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a full day of kite flying, live music at Moss Fest, the Kids Club, the Pet Zone, local vendors, and Austin's favorite springtime tradition, all completely free. Stop by and hang with iHeartRadio while you're there and experience nearly 100 years of colorful kites filling the Austin sky. ABC Kite Fest 2026, powered by Lady Bird Soda. For more information, visit abckitefest.org. Come fly a kite with us at Silker Park.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
All lanes are back open after a crash cleared on I-35 northbound at Slaughter Lane. You're still backed up, though, about 10-minute slowdown and some stop-and-go speeds from Highway 45. There's also a wreck that blocks off the right shoulder on the service road of 183 eastbound at Cameron Road, but the good news here is that the main lanes of 183 aren't seeing any slowdowns. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Always running out of hot water? You can count on Abacus to help. Get a 40 to 50-gallon water heater for just $22.99 with warranty and zero down financing, as low as $36.33 a month. Call or visit abacusplumbing.com today. M20628.
Hey there, everybody. It's Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. I've been lucky enough to spend a good amount of time at the newest and the best sports bar in town, the Rowdy Cowboy. Between the grand opening and the live broadcast that we've done, I've had the ability to sample a large part of this menu. And guys, let me tell you, you're gonna love it. Along with the 32 beers on tap and the 70 big screen TVs, and of course, the Rowdy Cowgirl. If you haven't been there yet, then what are you waiting on? Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 loop.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At EasyCater, we believe every workday gets better with great food. Like that morning status meeting, always better with bagels. And don't forget the coffee. Ops team working late? How about some Power Bowls to keep them going strong? Sandy's celebrating 10 years at the company. This calls for cupcakes. With EasyCater, you get a huge variety of favorite restaurants with tools to help meet dietary needs and stay on budget, all on one platform. So make every workday better with EasyCater. Start an order at easycater.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Estimate based on your neighborhood average and individual results may vary.
When I saw how high my property tax bill was, I was shocked. We couldn't afford this. But I discovered Ownwell. Ownwell reduced my property taxes and saved me over $1,000.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be protested and they can be reduced. But instead of filing protests yourself and very possibly losing your appeal, Ownwell does it all for you. And we give you the best chance to win and save big. Ownwell has reduced property taxes for hundreds of thousands of Texans and put money back in their pocket, and you can be one of them. And unlike other companies that take half of whatever you save, Ownwell charges just 25%, and that's only if you save.
Now I don't worry about my property taxes. Ownwell reduces it every year.
Sign up now for free. Don't pay unless you save. Text TAX to 64,000. Text TAX to 64,000. Text TAX to 64,000.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Records, milestones, firsts, lasts, and everything in between. What happened today in sports history on iHeartRadio?
What's happening, fellow sports fans? It's Andy West. Let's look back on this day in sports history, April 6th. We'll start off in 1958 at Augusta National and the 22nd Masters Tournament. Arnold Palmer wins the first of his 4 Masters titles, one stroke ahead of Doug Ford and Fred Hawkins. Jumping ahead today in 1992, Duke becomes the first team in 19 years to repeat as men's NCAA basketball champions with a 71-51 victory over Michigan's Fab Five freshmen, the youngest team to vie for the title. And today in 2016, Colorado Rockies rookie Trevor Story set a mark against Arizona by hitting a home run in each of his first 3 major league games. Story also became the first player to homer for each of his first 4 hits.
Now you know. Today in sports history on iHeartRadio.
Join the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, each day from 2 to 5 p.m. for the Craig Way Show on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
And for the first time since 1978, UCLA is back on top of the women's basketball world. The Bruins have captured their very first NCAA national championship.
The only blemish on the season was an early season loss to the Texas Longhorns, but UCLA 37-1 defeat South Carolina 79-51. What a dominant performance from start to finish. It was almost like they took a page from the University of Texas, applied the pressure to the University of Texas, and then did the exact same thing to South Carolina. That was a game for the ages if you were a UCLA fan, for them to be able to win their national championship. I think they had like 6 seniors on that squad that are all going to be gone. And they were asked after the game, what was the reason for you coming back? What was the reason for this? And they said to win a national championship, and that's exactly what they did. But it's their coach, Corey Close, that has been one of the leaders to spearhead women's basketball. And even Don Staley even said, I'm happy for quality people. And you can see why a lot of people spoke so highly of Coach Close.
We've said all year that our selflessness and our work ethic would be the things that fuel us. And, it's one thing to say those things in the summer. It's a whole nother thing to follow through with those things sacrificially, even when it's hard. And all of those things, those commitments, not our feelings, led us to our destiny.
What an unbelievable coach. And for them, like I said, 37-1, Mark, 37-1. In one of the most dominant games that you had saw. They were all over the place. Their length was something that you could not deny. And the way that they played both teams and the ability to shoot the ball long range, get inside, it was fun to watch them win that thing yesterday, even though we were mad that Texas wasn't in it. But they missed an opportunity, and boom, UCLA wins it all.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be really cool, man, to see this team, which, this is the end for them. Their stars are going on to the next level, just like Rory Harmon is. And I think that it was a long time coming for them, because they knew when they got Betts that they had one of the intricate pieces that could win a championship.
Yeah.
And she was able to make that her mission and do it.
Yeah, and the way too early prediction for next year from ESPN has UConn as number 1, Texas as number 2, South Carolina 3, LSU 4, Michigan 5, USC 6, Duke 7, Louisville 8, Iowa 9, and Vanderbilt comes in at number 10. UCLA is not on the list
because off the top 25
because of all of the seniors that they are losing from this championship team. But I think every coach and what everybody's thinking about is like, I'm cool with that. UCLA just won the national championship, but now it would open up more opportunities for UCLA to recruit at a high level, to have their moment, to get some of those top players.
Yeah, because, there's a lot of players that were like, listen, man, they got a senior-laden team. I'm not going to go there and start. I mean, there may have been 4 or 5 kids that could have gone and started there, but they didn't go there. They went to Oklahoma. They went to Texas, so they ended up losing and not having enough in the cupboard to be looked at as a team that could come back in the top 25.
Yeah, and for them, the way that they were able to do it is something big. As we talked about before, you look around and you believe, it's like, here we go when it comes to these thoughts. Texas, where are you going to be? Yes, you bringing in Rory. You got not Rory. You're losing Rory, the ultimate team leader, but you also have Madison Booker coming back. You have the top recruiting class in the country with all those freshmen. You have Aaliyah Crump, more experience, being able to get through that freshman year.
Jordan
you
Lee
have
is gonna be
Jordan
back.
Lee, who struggled a little bit too near the end, but you have opportunities and players that are going to give you a great opportunity to be in the conversation. You're already there. You're already at number 2 strictly because of what Maddie Booker's going to bring. But you got Breonna Preston at point that now, we talked about it before. You got Justice Carlton, who I still believe played her best basketball, and for some reason, she kept getting pulled out of the game. She was the one that was fighting a lot. She was in there trying to scrap to get rebounds. I just didn't understand some of the moves that were being made. And then you also got Brea Cunningham, who will be back as well. So you have one part of it. Now let's see what you're going to bring on that second part of it.
Need one more big player.
Mm-hmm.
One more 6'3", 6'4", shot blocker, defender to help out, get some of those easy fouls so you can get to the free throw line.
Addie Crooks is out there. Audie Crooks is out there.
She is, and I told you I was a fan, but you said no.
No.
No. You said that she wouldn't be able to run the floor
with this team.
Well, you do have a couple of 6'2" and up forwards coming in next year on the freshman class. So.
Yeah, but they're not 6'4". They're not like.
Well, no, they 6'2" and 6'3".
Yeah.
But you definitely the blueprint now is Lauren Betts. I mean, you're not going to find a Lauren Betts out there.
It's going to be hard to find one.
But if you can go out there and find somebody with some length that can help on the interior to get those rebounds, because of what you saw with the two-headed monster of Kyla Oldecker and Brea Cunningham, is something that Texas is going to be looking for. So we'll see what ends up happening. Exciting times, and I cannot wait to see what is next. Madison Booker, obviously, first-team All-American, 3-time Cheryl Miller Small Forward of the Year award, 18 points last year, almost 7 rebounds, and almost 4 assists and 3 steals.
Yeah, I'll save my confetti for next year.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and do that, Mark. Go ahead and do that. You might get to use it for something else. We'll see what we can do. Coming up next, we've got a special guest that has a special message that you might be able to help her out with. That's right. We'll tell you all about it when we come back right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
The College Basketball Championships is set, and now you can trade on it in all 50 states on Kalshi. Think you know who's going to be cutting down the nets on Monday? Trade game outcomes, spreads, props, and more. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the odds move, you can buy in and out of your position all game long. And for a limited time, download the Kalshi app, use code iHeart to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old.
She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. They can't stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m., though. They can help you sell, they can help you market, and they can help you hire in one place. They cannot help you be in 3 places at one time, though. And while they can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business at LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/Dan Patrick Show.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
Got something to say?
Love you.
Well, just tap the red talkback mic on the free iHeartRadio app.
Let's go.
Requests, contests, or just to say hi.
Hey, this is Heather.
Get your voice on the air fast.
I got the windows rolled down, the moonroof open.
Open the iHeartRadio app and try it now.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Mike Hardball Hardge, WWE Hall of Famer, the strongest man, Mark Henry. And, of course, we've got Marcus behind the boards. In hour number 1, we talked about Texas season coming to an end, 35-4, but what a great season. We also talked about the drama between Don Staley and Gino Auriemma. That's what it's all about. We got a chance to talk to our good friend Zach Sim about Texas baseball. But right now, we're going to be talking something special. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in this world that we have no control over. And we are joined right now by Melissa Fleming. She's part of the CureStartsNow.org and Team Brock. And she has a special message that she wants to get out because this story is unique, but it happens more to other people than we even know when it comes to the children.
Absolutely. And thank you for having me on. Good morning, everyone. So I'm here today just to talk about our golf tournament coming up, but really create awareness of childhood cancer. So I think all of us have seen those commercials with St. Jude's and kids battling treatment, but going on 10 years now, my son was diagnosed with brain cancer. So I didn't even know that kids got brain cancer. And more importantly, I didn't know that there was even terminal brain cancer. So my little man who was running around playing soccer one day couldn't even hold his head up the next day because of the tumor. And so we now raise money to find better treatments, find a cure for childhood cancer.
So let me ask you this, because I read a little bit about Team Brock, and I was curious to this because it said that he was walking one day and then fell.
Yes.
And you thought y'all were treating a concussion, and then that's when y'all went in and saw that there was a tumor there. If he wouldn't have had a concussion or wouldn't have fallen, how would you have even known to even check that?
Yeah, and brain cancer, it's a beast, whether you're an adult or a kid. And so where Brock's tumor was located was in the brainstem, and it controls your eating, walking, talking, breathing. So typically it is from a fall because the tumor presses in the wrong place. It affects their mobility. So when he was just running like you would, he tripped and fell, but he landed on his knuckles, which isn't a normal way to fall because the tumor was miswiring his brain in essence. And he just plowed into that concrete. So, he's got this huge goose egg and I'm thinking, oh, and he doesn't know who we are, which is always a little scary, but we just took him to the ER and they said, oh, he's okay, good news, there's no hemorrhaging, no bleeding in the brain, take him home, go see the doctor the next day. But by the next day, he was walking on his tippy toes and he had partial facial paralysis, and that was all the tumor. So that's when our pediatrician said, go to Dell Children's, get an MRI. They kind of discounted it because he had this huge goose egg, but as soon as I had him smile and they saw the half smile is what they call it, they're like, we're getting an MRI. So, I mean, it's just a whirlwind. The whole time I'm thinking, I don't want permanent damage to his adorable little face.
Right.
I'm thinking it's the fall. My husband, he was with APD at the time. And so he had more of a medical background. He knew it was neurological. He knew something else was going on. But it's not anything that you would ever expect in a 6-year-old.
Right.
Right.
And that's the thing too, because we look at our kids and they're so playful and they're doing all these different things, but then something like that happens. And then the first thing you're trying to take a step back and you're like, okay, what else can we do here?
Yeah, and even when they said he had brain cancer, like, okay, well, we're a united family. We've got this. Like, let's start treatment. What do we do? And then that's when they said, well, we can do a biopsy and just confirm. And we're like, yes, let's do it. And I asked them, I said, what's the outcome of the biopsy? And they said there's 3, either the kind without a cure, the kind with a cure, or the kind with no cure. And so, I mean, his symptoms were so aggressive. I knew that it was cancer, but I immediately told everyone, okay, pray it's the one with the cure. But you're still it's surreal, right? I mean, this isn't supposed to happen to little kids.
Right.
So y'all, being that you went through it, do you counsel parents as well on what the next steps are to take, being that you've gone through it?
And that is something that's really important to me because, you feel like you're in a dark hole all by yourself. And so it's really important to align with people who really know what you're going through. Even over the weekend, I had a family. So what we do, if you go on Facebook to Team Brock, right now I'm highlighting a local kid in our community, but every story talks about how they were diagnosed because I want parents to start recognizing the symptoms. And then I talk about their treatment so that way they can see like what are next steps. And then I always end with who the kid is because the kid isn't cancer. That's something they got. And I want everyone to know how amazing these kids are. And so from that, I mean, people reach out. There was another kid that was diagnosed kindergartner just recently with brain cancer. And so the school counselor reached out to me. So it's helping them start to get resources. Obviously, they're dealing with the hospitals, but they need that comfort and to, give advice of spoil your kid. When the nurse is saying, oh, you still need a parent. I'm like, no, you don't spoil them. There's a time later for that. So, and then just helping them navigate because a lot of these childhood cancers, aside from brain cancer, they may have initial treatment, but if anything goes awry, there's not standard treatment in a lot of these childhood cancers. And so where's the next hospital you should go to? Where do you have to advocate for your child? And firm believer in that. The doctors are doing the best they can, but we as parents know our kids the most, and we have to advocate and we have to keep pushing.
That's a great point. And make sure you get over to thecurestartsnow.org for all the information. Team Brock, the golf 4. I like the way you spell it. 4, a cure. That will be taking place April the 24th. Tee time is at 8 a.m. It's already sold out. But she has some other things that you can help with. And I'm going to let her take it away.
Yeah. So if you go on Facebook to Team Brock, you'll start seeing our post. We're going to be having a silent auction that starts in 2 weeks. Tons of things to bid on: trips, gift certificates, experiences, all about creating memories. And then we do a helicopter golf ball drop, which is super cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Helicopter flies in, drops 1,000 balls. And then the 3 closest to the hole win money. So you can buy chances to win. And so we'll be putting it all there on Team Brock. And then if you go to teambrock.org, it'll take you to the Cure Starts Now, our chapter page to learn more.
Yeah, and you and your husband, I know that he was a big part of this and looking at these kids, but you also, during the golf tournament, you have different families that are out there on each hole talking about their story as well.
Yeah, it's super wonderful. So we're going to have Miss Carrie, who is a junior at Cedar Ridge High School. She's actually going to kick us off that morning, sharing her story and reminding all the golfers while we're out there. On each hole, we honor a different child. So I would say there's about 10 to 12 of those families are going to be out there greeting golfers. And it's just a way for them to thank the golfers. Golfers get to see that these kids aren't statistics, they're real, and just support each other. It's huge community.
And it's sold out, but that doesn't mean you can't try to get in for next year.
Exactly.
And the year after that, and the year after that, because it seems to be such a great, great cause. And we always talk about it, our kids are our most vulnerable things on earth, and they're still trying to learn. And unfortunately, some of these things start to happen to the kids. But as you said, they got cancer. That don't mean that they are cancer.
Exactly.
So you want to make sure that you're doing that. You also were talking about some other things that they could do if they wanted to donate, volunteer, other things that they can do. What page do they need to go to for that?
So everything's the same place. If you go to teambrock.org, it goes to our chapter page. It shows the golf tournament. And on that golf tournament, there's a volunteer sign up. It's going to have the silent auction. We try to have everything go to the same place to make it easy. And it's teambrock.org because my son, when he was battling, he wanted to be Brock Strong. He wanted to be Team Brock, Batman logo, because that's everyone's favorite superhero. So that just makes it easy to know where to go.
That's what I was just about to ask you. Was that Batman signal for him? He put it up in the air.
It sure was. We had some family friends who created the logo because that would be a little bit different, but he approved, and he wanted the blue Batman, not the gray Batman. So it's the blue one.
Oh man, that's
very specific.
Okay. All right.
I love it. I love it. And if there's anything else that we can do, we're obviously going to put it up on our site as well, get all the information out there. But if you wanted to say one more thing to the people out there to make sure that they're aware, to bring awareness to it. And of course, praying for these young kids that they don't know what's happening to them, but whatever they're going to do, they're going to fight all the way to the end.
Yeah. And, a lot of us know about like October to pink out for breast cancer. What most people don't realize is September is childhood cancer, and you're supposed to gold out. So you're starting to see more and more schools do it. So if your school isn't doing it, talk to your principals, get the student council involved, reach out to us. We've got a junior committee. They're all high school students ready to help spread gold in September. And then, donate to the Cure Starts Now. What people don't realize is that experts believe that if you can find a cure for childhood brain cancer, it's the cure to all cancers. There's a lot of mutations in these kids' brain cancers that are in adult cancers. And then also, it's the biggest bully. It's the most aggressive. So if you can stop it, you can stop anything. So when you're donating to the Cure Starts Now, it is the Cure Starts Now for all cancers.
There it is. Couldn't have said it any better. Melissa Fleming, looking out for Team Brock. Team Brock. We got to make sure. I got to give me one of those shirts. I'm definitely in.
I'm sending you one.
I'm definitely in for the Batman. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. And as we said, April the 24th is the tee time, and all things start there. But the other part of it is make sure you get over to teambrock.org so you can find out a little bit more, and you can donate your time, some of that money, and everything else, because she said they got some good prizes over there.
We sure do.
Thank you. When we come back, we're going to continue the conversations. We got big time moves that are happening in the NFL. Drafts are coming up. But did you watch basketball yesterday? There was a lot that happened in that too. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
In their inaugural season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns made history.
For the first time in 22 years, the Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
Now, they're back to finish what they started.
The hoop, and she scores! And she scores!
Harmon will hoist it from half court and makes it.
Listen to Texas women's basketball all season long on 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
from the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The right shoulder is blocked off by a crash on the service road of 183 eastbound at Cameron Road. Stop and go traffic this morning on I-35 northbound. Tax on about 12 minutes to the drive. You're slow from 45 up to William Cannon. You're also seeing brake taps this morning on 183 northbound going from 130 up to 71. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and progressive.com.
Every baseball game has that one guy, the one yelling at the umpire like he's got the best view in the stadium, from his couch. Come on, Blue, you know that's outside. Relax, coach. Grab a Bud Light. It's baseball season, and that call may be questionable, but your beer choice should not be. Because Bud Light is the official domestic beer of Texas Athletics. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to trust what you're seeing. Who made it? Is it real? But with iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio hosts' product recommendations. And if you own or manage a business here or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way in creating your future customers. Make iHeartMedia a part of your 2026 plan today. Call 844-844-iHeart. Again, that's 844-844-iHeart.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters. With care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
It's Matt and Bowen. If you've ever had an opinion about a celebrity, a movie, or a random woman on TikTok, this podcast is for you.
Listen to Las Culturistas on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Let me get personal here. Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It gets a lot better than that. Right, Todd? Wouldn't you say that Dude Wipes gets a whole lot better?
Much better.
Thank you. So no matter the size of your mess from top to bottom, Dudes has you covered, confidently covered. They comfortably clean up what TP leaves behind for no more maintenance wipes. No way. Irritation, not a chance. Time to make the trade of the season and switch from toilet paper to wet, extra large Dude Wipes and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes. Made from 99% water and plant-sourced fibers, coming in a variety of scents and sensations like mint chill and shea shea butter to protect your end zone. Join the movement for cleaner movements and live in a skid-free zone. Available at Amazon and major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, hands down.
Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The instant oatmeal ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings, like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your 6th graders soccer team. Go girls! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker, bring out the good.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone presents the Craig Way Show. Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. only on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300. Man, that is a very, very special Team Brock. The cure starts now.org will lead you to the events. You get to see all these beautiful little kids that have gone through some serious things in their life. And for one thing that we didn't get a chance to talk about, Brock would have been 16 years old this year. So prayers to everyone that is dealing with that. And as she said, you can start to save a kid in a cure. You can find a cure now. It is the 10th annual Team Brock Golf for the Cure tournament that will be going on April the 24th. Kind of tough transition, but we're going to try to.
Man, it's hard. It's hard, man, to have a loss of a child. And I have not, but I have friends that have, and it takes years and years for them to get into a comfortable routine without their kids.
Yeah. Whew.
Don't make it better.
I wanted to get into this conversation because the NFL draft is right around the corner. We'll be doing a draft show from Rowdy Cowboy. Make sure you stay locked in to hear the latest and when we're going to be doing that. But I wanted to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. And there are some rumors out there that the Cowboys may be making a trade, as Mark would love, to find out where they're going to draft in this year's draft. As you know, right now, they're sitting at number 12 and 22. And so for the Cowboys, you're looking at them and you're like, all right, what will be the next move for them? Well, one of the things that I saw just recently is that they would trade up to number 6 via Cleveland to go and get Ruben Bain Jr., the defensive end from Miami. And again, we were talking about the financial burden of going out and trying to sign and trade for Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, and all the things that go into that. Well, right now, it looks like they'll do a trade with Cleveland for Ruben Bain Jr. at number 6, and that is by fan side. I don't know how much I believe in them, but it is out there. Then they have Dallas staying at number 22 to get C.J. Allen, linebacker from Georgia. I'm okay with him at 22, and it's another piece that they're trying to shore up.
What about 12, though?
They were trading it to Cleveland
to
get Ruben Bain Jr. And so to move up to number 6. But I'm fine with them staying at number 22 to get C.J. Allen. I like him as the linebacker. Some of the stuff that's out there, it says that Anthony Hill Jr., who has had dinner with the Dallas Cowboys, but they have him on that particular one, have him going in the second round to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think that trade scenario is also them trading down to 22 because I think they have the 20th pick.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of it. So we're looking at a couple of moves that could be happening from the Dallas Cowboys. There's other people that are out there talking about these drafts and who the expectations are at that particular position. Mel Kiper Jr., he says that the Cowboys at number 20 will draft Zion Young, a defensive end from Missouri. He also says that the Cowboys will take Ruben Bain Jr. if they stay at number 12. They don't even have to trade up to go and get him because he believes that he's going to fall to the Dallas Cowboys.
There's only 3 of those ends that the Cowboys really hung their hat on. And Bain was always one, but they knew he would be gone. And the other one was the kid from Auburn, 285 pounds, 6'5", played really explosive as tackle, 5 technique, all the way out to end. So the versatility is there. So I think that would be an option if you stay where you are. But if you really want to move up and get Bain or Sonny Styles, then, more power to you. But you were saying to me the other day, and you sold me on not trading and just staying where you are and waiting to see what comes to you. And now you're okay with it.
With what?
I'm confused.
With what?
that you okay with trade.
I'm not okay with trade. I'm telling you what the other people are saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, don't.
All right. Don't
get
hot.
Category.
Don't get hot.
Don't put me
Because
in
I
your
thought
category. You are. I said Mark.
I got
would
comfortable.
Be okay with the trade,
but you talked me down from the tower last week.
We know sometimes you like to shift. You be shift changing.
Hypothetically.
Okay. All right. Now we back.
Hypothetically, we go back to my old plan.
Okay.
You take Dallas 2 first-round picks.
Here we go.
And you trade up 3 to 6, one of those teams, and you get their second-round pick. Would that be good enough?
No, I think you stand pat because the players that you are talking about, the types of players you are looking for, they gonna fall in your lap. Because there's going to be a run on a certain position. You know this. It happens every year.
Every year.
The one position nobody's going to be looking at is quarterback. The one quarterback that everybody's got a consensus is Fernando Valenzuela. No, it's Mendoza. Fernando is going to be the guy.
You do sound like a pitcher.
Yeah, and then you know that the next step is going to be, let's take defensive edge rushers. So Reese will probably come off the edge.
Mm-hmm.
You got David Bailey, the defensive end from Texas Tech, who's been very, very impressive. Then you're going to look at the offensive line, the running back. You're going to look at all these different positions. You're still going to have time to get your guy, whether it's Sonny Styles or going to 20, you're going to get a defensive back, Colton Hood. That's what Lance Zierlein is saying. So you don't have to just jump automatically.
Hood didn't play, though. That's my thing. Just like Reese. Revel. That would be 2 years in a row that the Cowboys took guys that did not play their senior year because of injury. Why do you
think they would, though?
I'm sorry?
Why would you think they would take them?
Because you just mentioned it.
Upside.
Well, upside. Yeah.
Upside.
I mean, he was.
And you're going to have a clause.
He was a killer before he got hurt.
And you're going to have a clause in there that they already dealing with those injuries. So you got upside.
Insurance.
Yeah, insurance. But then our guy, Daniel Jeremiah, has the Cowboys taking defensive back from Tennessee, Jermon McCoy at number 12. And then he has them taking an edge rusher from Clemson, TJ Parker.
Short arms, man.
How does he get to the quarterback? Can he get there? Can he get there?
He gets there, but
can he get there?
He only had 3 sacks. So it's not like he had 7 like the kid from A&M. You know, so when you start talking about like production,
Cassius Howe.
Yeah. I like production. It's the same thing as we always talk about this in basketball. Like all of a sudden the measurables matter so much, but the guy is putting out results. You know, what's your Chambers, the quarterback, 5'11". Everybody is talking about how short he is, but nobody's saying nothing about the fact that his percentage rate is so high and completion percentage. He know how to play football.
Yep.
So can we just draft people that know how to play?
Wait a minute. Who are you? Who are you?
What are you talking about?
Did you just hear this?
This is kind of strange.
We are in bizarro world. We didn't went to, man, we need a trade to go get this, and go get this. Till now, let's just get the best available. Guys that just know how to play ball.
You know what? I gave you props. I'm never giving you props again.
Who is this guy? So just so you're aware, your guy, Charles Davis, who we've had on the show, friend of the show.
Yeah.
He says that the Cowboys stay at number 12 and get Mansour Delaney, the defensive back from LSU. If he's a corner, he's an All-American. You go out there and look at him as a player. And at 22, you're still getting C.J. Allen, linebacker from Georgia. You know what I noticed on that? They did not trade that pick. Just stay calm.
And they got what they needed.
Yeah. We're gonna have Clarence Chill-Hill on this week and get his thoughts on the Cowboys. We're gonna try to get our guy Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans. We're gonna get his thoughts as the draft nears and what both of those guys are hearing. But coming up next, we're gonna talk to the world's strongest man as he brings us his world's strongest take. Right here on the Morning to Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Some light brake taps this morning on Mopac going southbound a few minutes added to your drive from 183 to 45th Street. And on I-35 southbound rush hour traffic causing a 5-minute slowdown going from 45 to 183. We also have first responders on scene of a crash on 7th Street at the northbound side of the I-35 service road. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leif Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to LeafJohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin area weather, some clouds for your Monday morning, becoming mainly sunny this afternoon, a high in the mid-70s. Clouds tonight, a low of 48. Tuesday, partly cloudy, a high of 75.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
April is prime sports time.
Launches at 3. Got it.
And iHeartRadio has you locked in. Start your day with Fox Sports Radio's Dan Patrick, getting you caught up on the biggest stories.
We got some interesting scenarios here.
Then find your favorite baseball team hitting the diamond.
Grand slam from Mookie Betts.
Or dive into mock draft season with NFL Daily.
We know Mendoza's going #1. Who do you have at #2?
From NBA and NHL playoffs to the draft podium, we've got you covered. Open the iHeartRadio app, search sports, and listen now.
Hey, America. We need to have a little talk. I don't know if you've noticed, but we got a lot of food in this country. A lot of peaches, a lot of corn. a lot of apples, a lot of everything. We've got so much food that we can't even eat it all. So if we got all this extra food, how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? I just don't get it. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to the hungry kids who need it. They can get you food even if you live in Idaho or Alaska or somewhere crazy like that. This isn't complicated. We got extra food and we've got hungry kids. Feeding America's done the math. Now it's your turn. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. I know you got internet on your phone, so what are you waiting for? We can't do it without your help. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Texas Longhorns.
You heard the beat drop. That can only mean one thing. WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, Mark Henry, brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
Hard. Yes. You know what time it is? It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man. Marcus. Back then they didn't know, but now I'm hot. They all on me. Man, it's another version of the World's Strongest Take. And here we are. And we're talking about the women's basketball, and the championship is over, and now a lot of these women are going to move on to the WNBA, and is fortunate enough for them right now with the new collective bargaining, with the new rules. These women are going to make more money than they ever made in the history of the WNBA. And the draft order is out. And the teams, the two new teams are in there. And I'm already plotting and planning hard. They don't have Rory listed in the top 15 picks. That would make her, in the second round, if she got picked in the second round, which I think she's definitely a player. But if I had my druthers and I was in this draft, I would try to build it more through free agency. And the draft would be my defensive future. And that starts, number one, with bets. And they don't have bets going until 4 in the mock draft to the Washington Mystics. Wherever Betts is drafted, the second pick should be Rory Harmon. If the Washington Mystics has multiple picks in the top 15, which they do, they also have 9. I would not pick a shooting guard. I would pick a point guard, because you pair Betts and Rory Harmon together, the shooting guard, small forward, power forward, they can put not anybody in there, but you can get spot picks for those spots. You can get people that are role players, because you have the dominance at guard in defense, you have the dominance at center in defense, and then you get some veterans in the middle. But my take is this: if I had my choice, Lauren Betts would be my first pick, whether I was the number 1 pick or number 10. It would be Betts. And my second pick would be Rory Harmon. What say you? Do you go with defense, or do you take the best available player?
I'm just to be honest with you, I hadn't thought about the draft as a whole right now, but you also got to look at from right now. You were talking about Lauren Betts and where she was. Yes, she is definitely that type of player. But if you look at what the Dallas Wings are going to be looking for, they were talking about getting a center from Spain, which has probably played professionally already.
Right.
Got the experience there. You look at their team and what Lauren Betts is, she's a difference maker. She's an eraser. She is somebody that you got to find out if she's going to fit your system, though.
Okay.
Because the Wings, I mean, do you adjust your system for her?
Sometimes
you know what I'm saying?
You make adjustments, especially a 6'7" player.
And the way that she was able to play, I mean, she's shooting fadeaways. She was able to play with her back to the rim and do some different things, but she was also an eraser.
She was like Wemby defensively at times. Her impact was not just in the statistics. It was in the challenge.
Yeah.
Like to you get anywhere near the paint, she can leave her man and go and help defend and challenge your shots if you try to penetrate.
Yeah.
She's just that much of a dominant force. And you get somebody like Rory Harmon, who is a demon on the perimeter defensively, and her ability to get Betts the ball in the place where it's going to be easy for her to score, you fix a lot of ills. You know, so that's my philosophy on it. Put people in place that make each other better. Both of those players make each other better, and they're going to be rookies, so they have rookie deals. And then you spend your money at 2, 3, and 4 and have those be more veteran players.
Yeah.
That, you know, can really handle the load. A lot of Azzy Fudd is a great scorer. I thought that Olivia Miles was really good this year at TCU. And, you know, Flajay Johnson, like we saw her play up close and personal against Texas.
Yeah.
And she gave Texas the business with Rory Harmon, with Madison Booker playing against her. So I know she can score, but I would not put my money into a scorer coming out of college. I would already have that with my veteran WNBA players. But Hardge, if you got a first and second pick and Rory Harmon slips to the second round and you get a player like Betts or the center from Spain, you either one, like you win. It's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I might have to ask somebody smarter than me.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of people.
I mean, the one thing that I continue to go back to is what is your team's need at that time? Because you got to remember they've got ladies that have been in the league for a long time.
Yeah, what you already have.
Yeah.
If you're Chicago, you already got a post player.
And you got point guards. You have different things that are happening at that time. So we'll see what ends up happening and how it all goes about. But Rory Harmon does deserve to be in the league. She's going to get an opportunity. Whatever she decides to do, I think she's going to be a menace, as our guy Vic Schaefer says. She'll guard you from the city limits and then show you the door when she's done. And that's exactly.
Hey, coach is on top, man.
Yeah. He's locked in. We're going to try to get him on this week as well and see what his thoughts are and what's next for Texas women's basketball. Softball rankings came out. Texas softball loses 2 to Alabama. They dropped to number 4. Alabama is the new number 1, and we have a national championship game. It's almost over, Doc. It's almost over. We'll talk about it right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Draft day is coming. Time to get ready for the picks, the predictions, and the party at Rowdy Cowboy. Join us Thursday, April 23rd at Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock for a live special NFL draft show you won't want to miss. Mike Hardball Hardge and the Zone Gang will bring you expert analysis and bold takes as the future of the NFL unfolds. From the first pick to the surprises, we'll break it all down. The Zone's NFL Draft Show, Thursday, April 23rd, starting at 2 p.m. at Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Some light brake taps this morning on Mopac going southbound a few minutes out of your drive from 183 to 45th Street. And on I-35 southbound rush hour traffic causing a 5-minute slowdown going from 45 to 183. We also have first responders on scene of a crash on 7th Street at the northbound side of the I-35 service road. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and progressive.com.
Hey there, everybody. It's Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. I've been lucky enough to spend a good amount of time at the newest and the best sports bar in town, the Rowdy Cowboy. Between the grand opening and the live broadcast that we've done, I've had the ability to sample a large part of this menu. And guys, let me tell you, you're gonna love it. Along with the 32 beers on tap and the 70 big screen TVs, and of course, the Rowdy Cowgirl. If you haven't been there yet, then what are you waiting on? Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 loop.
What if your checking account paid you like a savings account? With Austin Telco's True Earnings Checking, earn 5% APY on balances up to $15,000. Just deposit $1,500 in new money each month and make 15 debit transactions. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Open your True Earnings Checking online or at any Austin area location. Visit atfcu.org. Eligibility and terms apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Estimate based on your neighborhood average and individual results may vary.
When I saw how high my property tax bill was, I was shocked. We couldn't afford this, but I discovered Ownwell. Ownwell reduced my property taxes and saved me over $1,000.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be protested and they can be reduced. But instead of filing protests yourself and very possibly losing your appeal, Ownwell does it all for you. And we give you the best chance to win and save big. Ownwell has reduced property taxes for hundreds of thousands of Texans and put money back in their pocket, and you can be one of them. And unlike other companies that take half of whatever you save, Ownwell charges just 25%, and that's only if you save.
Now I don't worry about my property taxes. Ownwell reduces it every year.
Sign up now for free. Don't pay unless you save. Text tax to 64,000. Text tax to 64,000. Text tax to 64,000.
I'm here with Dan Christensen of DJC Law, Austin's largest veteran-owned personal injury law firm.
Hey, Craig, you're the best, but I got to tell you, you talk a lot.
Well, you know, it's kind of my job.
That's right. And when you do one thing for as long as you have, you get pretty good at it.
Now I feel like you're calling me old.
Just experience.
Yeah, just like the team at DJC Law. They have over 200 years combined experience and 500 trials.
Don't forget, 99% win rate.
That's a winning team. If you've been injured, call DJC Law, 512-888-9999, and get your justice. TeamJustice.com.
Principal office, Austin, Texas.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code FUTURE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUTURE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's FUTURE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at Lowe's.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
Right, you heard it. The Craig Way Show. Craig Way should be back in the house today. It's been a while since a lot of folks have heard him on the Daily Show. He'll probably tell you about his strange automobile travels that he has had throughout this time. But right now, I want to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see the Doobie Brothers and Carlos Santana, August the 18th at the Moody Center. All you got to do is get over to that iHeartRadio app, tap that microphone, and read the keyword of the day, Doobie. Doobie is the keyword of the day for you to win a pair of tickets to go see the Doobie Brothers. Tomorrow will be full go, talking Texas spring football. They will be back on the field again. Don't forget, the spring game is scheduled for Saturday, the 18th, April the 18th, here in just a couple of weeks. Is going to be important for all of that to happen. I cannot wait for that matchup. I do want to get into the conversation about tonight's game. Tonight's game is the final game of the NCAA basketball season. A lot of fun, a lot of controversy, but two of the best teams in the country, UConn, led by Dan Hurley, and Michigan, led by Dustin May, And one of the things that I think that we needed to talk about, if you watch that game, number one, Michigan has length. They have a lot of length on the court. They guard you. They are aggressive. But their coach took them to Michigan, the University of Michigan football field, brought in a goal, and had them shooting on the football field to work on the depth perception because of the fact that they are playing in the Indianapolis Colts stadium. So he was ahead of the game at Lucas Oil, and they found a way to get it done. But then you look on the other side, and you look at what Dan Hurley has been able to do. Dan Hurley, one of the wildest and craziest coaches in the game, but his teams play hard, and this is their third chance at a championship in the last 4 years. So this is a big-time matchup. University of Michigan, Fab 5 is there. Everybody's in the spot. And then you look at what this Connecticut team has played after that come-from-behind victory, last-second shot. They were dominant in the previous game, and now they get a chance to play for a national championship. But there's more to the story. There's more to the story, and I'm going to let Coach Hurley's wife explain to you why these things are happening to UConn.
Tomorrow. Okay, wait, can I just tell you a little something that just happened last game? Okay, my husband wears, he got this bracelet back years and years ago in church, and they're holy beads, and you know, they're from Jerusalem, so they said.
Oh,
so yes. So he wears them every single game. They break all the time. They've been breaking for years. They fall over the floor. So I actually had to, I string them, and I had to go to the Hobby Lobby to get more wooden beads. So there's a lot more Hobby Lobby beads than holy beads by now. But he broke them before we left, and he said, make sure you fix these beads before the next game. I said, oh, no, I will. I put them in my bag. There's so much going on. Sure. I forgot. I get to my seat last night. Luke Murray calls me and says, they call me Freddie. Freddie, where's the holy beads? I said, they're in the room. I had to leave the arena last night, run in the rain, get the beads out of. I was watching the game in the hotel room, the start, grab the beads, and then I got a police escort back with the holy beads. So I saved it. The win is all mine.
That is sensational. What about the suit? What about this suit? It's falling apart?
It's so embarrassing. It's like the way your husband loves his reflection on the wife. And please, everyone, it's so embarrassing. He won't even let me polish those shoes. The shoes are brutal.
So she is the secret weapon when that happens.
Bro, you can't listen. They're gonna win. If they got Jesus on their team, then how you gonna win? You need Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, Shaq.
The funny thing is, and I've always said this, they act like nobody else believes in the Lord either. It's on both sides. I mean, like, what are we talking about? Like, that's where I'm always like, when people say, "Oh, I prayed," you think the other team ain't praying too? Like, what are you doing? He's your favorite. He's your favorite, but you ain't the favorite on the other side too.
I don't think the Lord takes sides.
Exactly. So they're gonna get a chance. They're gonna get a chance to play tonight. I want to know your thoughts. Who do you see winning the game tonight? Not just because they got the rosary beads.
This tournament introduced a new player to me. Yaxel is
35 years old,
but he is versatile with either hand, and he's a little gimpy right now. His ankle is hurt and his knee is hurt, but still around the screen, draining threes. He posts up against smaller guys, and he defends big guys. Like, he's just like we just talked about those versatile pieces. He's a grown man playing with college guys, so it's going to be hard for them to handle him. If he gets off and has a normal 20-point game for him, then I go with Michigan. But if he's struggling and that knee and ankle is hindering him a lot, UConn might run away with it.
When he was in college, when he was coming out of high school, he was in the 2020 recruiting class with Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Jonathan Kuminga, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Suggs, Caleb Love, Mark Williams. All them dudes are in the NBA.
Yeah.
One of them.
Not him.
And this dude is still playing college basketballs. As my guy, well, he's not really my guy, but John Calipari said, our game is better because we got 25 and 26-year-olds playing in it. That's why the game of basketball at this level is better. He better go out there and score.
So you think that there should be a rule where once you're 24, then, hey, you got to go to Europe or to the NBA?
Whoa. You go kill BYU.
Marcus, BYU couldn't field a team without guys that are less than 24.
Yeah.
24 is the youngest guy on their team.
This is I think there should be some rules in all of that. Speaking of the NBA and players that are involved in it, Cam Boozer wins the Player of the Year for college basketball. Big year for him. Now he's got some big decisions. Mark thinks he could stay in college to play basketball with his brother instead of going to get money. No, go get that money. We'll figure it all out after that. Make sure you stay locked in all day long. Coming up next, you have Dan Patrick, followed by Colin Cowherd, our guy Craig Way in the Craig Way Show, Bucky and BK. But, of course, tonight's national championship game will be heard right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. Just remember this. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders,